from Nile Agency, and today I'm going to walk you through a demo of the HubSpot CMS. So whether you're just thinking about a website redo project, you're on WordPress but thinking about moving to the HubSpot CMS, or you're already using the HubSpot CMS today and you just want to stay up to date on all of the features and functionalities in 2021, this video is for you. So the idea behind the HubSpot CMS is really to integrate all of your website management tools in one place. That way you can simplify the website management piece and really focus on delivering a good customer experience, because you don't have to worry about plugins, security, and all of those technical aspects, which are quite important. So the HubSpot CMS is available in 3 tiers or pricing levels. You have CMS Starter, which HubSpot just announced earlier this year, CMS Professional, and CMS Enterprise. So the nice thing about that is it's very much a scalable CMS. Depending on what your needs are and at what stage your business is in today, you can take the CMS package that best fits you now. And you know that there's scope to get some more advanced functionality should your organization become more complex in the future. The HubSpot CMS is available as a standalone option, but here at Nile, we really think the value and power of the CMS lies in the fact that it's integrated with the HubSpot CRM. It comes with the HubSpot CRM, which is quite rare to have a CMS that comes with the CRM built in. And you can integrate that with all of the other hubs, be that marketing or sales or operation, so you can keep all of your teams collaborating and aligned on one single platform. That really is allowing all of your data to be in one place and ensuring that you're using that data to deliver the best customer experience and the most impactful website as possible. As a marketer in HubSpot, it's very easy to create your website pages and manage your website without having to get into custom code development or style sheets. So when you're in your HubSpot portal, just come down to Marketing, Website, and Website Pages. And from here, we can create a new website page. So the website in HubSpot is kind of organized around themes. And the idea is that you choose a theme for your website to be able to ensure that your branding stays unified and that all of your different website pages reflect that theme. So there are like default themes available in HubSpot, and then you also have marketplace themes. So if we take a look at them here, these are themes that you can purchase. So you can see, you know, who's developed them. You can see the reviews. Some of them are free, some of them are paid. So if you're looking for, you know, a new theme for your website, you don't want to use one of the existing ones, and you don't want to develop your own theme because you don't maybe have the development resources available to you, you can choose to either download a free theme or purchase a theme. So you can see they really vary in prices, and then you can go into each one and see what exactly are you getting in that theme. So I'm going to choose one of the themes here. So let's choose this barricade. And then I have like lots of different types of pages that are available within that theme to be able to kind of choose a page layout that fits what I'm looking to do. And then you'll be able to kind of adapt that layout afterwards. So I'm going to choose the home page here, and we'll just give it a name. And create our page. So now I'm in HubSpot's drag and drop editor for the website page. We also use the drag and drop editor for landing pages. And what you can basically see is on the left-hand side, you have the contents of your page, and you can see where that content is on the page. You can also click into the element directly and make your changes here. And you can move things around if you want. For example, maybe I'd like to move this across to here. Make sure that it's formatted correctly. If you're like, no, that doesn't look good, you can just undo your changes, and then you can move things around again. So maybe I'd like to move this up. I can just move it there, and it's like drag and drop, so very easy. So that's for what's already on your page. You also then have over here, you can add extra elements in, so you can see all of the different modules that are available over here. So maybe I would like to add a customer testimonial to my homepage. I can just drag that across and drop it in here. And once it loads, we should see our customer testimonial. So here we have the customer testimonial, and over here I can, delete depending how many testimonials I have. I can edit them directly in here, and then I can just apply those changes. So really nice to be able to use the on-page drag and drop editor. I don't have to get into any development or kind of go into the design tools to be able to make my changes on the page. So for a marketer, it's ideal. And then if we just come back here, we also have this design tab. So this is really to define the design of your theme. So if we come in here and edit our theme settings, this is where you can basically define what are the colors, what are the fonts, what are the text sizes, the padding, all of that you want to use. Let's just go back here. So you can see it's really easy to make these changes. If you're using particular fonts that are for your company brand, you can use them here. Your colors, all of that. And so you don't really have to get into style sheets. You can do it directly from here. And the nice thing is that when you make these changes, it's then going to change automatically all of the other pages for this that are using this theme. So any other pages, whether they're published or pages that I create from now on, the theme settings will then be applied to that. So you're making sure that you have all of your website pages unified in terms of your branding and design. So let's just go back to the page editor. And there are some really nice functions in the HubSpot CMS which will be valuable to marketers. And this is where we can really see that the CMS has been designed with marketers in mind. So within the CMS and your page elements, maybe you want to develop some smart content. So to be able to show something different to customers that are coming onto the page than to unknown visitors, for example. Maybe you have lots of repeat customers or people that know you already, and so you'd like to be able to show them something a little bit more personalized or a bit more targeted. You can come in here and add rules to your rich text areas. So here we can either base that on information that we have in the HubSpot CRM about this person, so that they belong to a particular list or their life cycle stage. So I might want to say everyone who is a customer or an evangelist, for example, should see a particular content. And the other options might be you could choose people that are browsing from mobile versus on a computer, or it could be based on their location, the list they belong to in HubSpot. So either information that you have in the CRM or kind of general browser information that we have about that unknown visitor. And then from here, you can basically define what should your customers see, and that'll take precedence for those people that fit into that bracket. So really nice. We're going to then come across to the settings tab. So here, really easy for you to, put in your page title and to update your meta description and really think about, optimizing your page for SEO. You can also define the language of the page. And then if we come across to the optimize tab, you have over here this option to associate your page with a topic. So this is kind of getting that into that idea of topic clusters and pillar pages in HubSpot to be able to really show your expertise around a particular subject for SEO purposes and for rankings. So you can select the topic and you can see it's giving you, tips here in terms of technical optimization for on-page SEO. We're missing a meta description. If we have links in the page, is it mobile friendly? These sort of things are going to be automatic for HubSpot anyway, but just, what are we missing before we can take this page live? So we're missing a meta. And then once we're ready, we can publish the page. So we just have to make sure that our domain is connected in order to be able to use the HubSpot CMS, and then we'll be able to take that page live. So once you've published your page, there are additional features that I think are very useful to marketers, and that'll really mean that your website is more impactful. So if we come across to a published page here, we can see we can run a test. So you can do A/B testing on your pages, and you can run multiple tests at once. HubSpot can also, put in place adaptive testing. So based on the results of your tests, it can then show the winning versions kind of automatically. You can also create language variations. So this is really useful if you are working in multiple markets. You can create a language variation of your test. For example, we also have a French site. And then by doing so, the content will be linked, but you'll automatically have the language tags associated with the multi-language variant. And so for SEO purposes, it'll be showing that it's not duplicate content, and it's all kind of already optimized for SEO rankings. You also have, if we come back to our page here, we also have the option to control audience access. So this is really interesting for maybe you want to create a partner portal or a customer only area on your website. You can basically limit the access to certain pages, and you can say who should be able to access that page or not. So by default, it's public. You can then also put a password in, or you can create registration requirement for a particular page or area. So in this case, it would be for a list of contacts, and all of the contacts will then receive an email if they haven't already registered to access this area of your website. So really powerful for you to be able to maybe set up exclusive content or people that have signed up for an event, or like I said, kind of customer only areas on your website. These additional features to the basic CMS are really designed to help marketers show users that are coming onto the website what they want to see, show them relevant content, and use these features to deliver an excellent user experience on your website. Once you've built your web pages, you'll be able to analyze the performance of your website directly in HubSpot. So it's important to think that your website is almost your first salesperson. And so we don't just want it to look nice, we want it to be high performing in terms of lead generation and moving prospects and customers along their life cycle. So within HubSpot, we have the analytics tools section, and here in the traffic analytics section, you can see the different channels that are bringing traffic onto your website. So are you getting a lot of visitors from organic search and SEO, or is it more from social media? Or if you're doing any paid ads, you can see how that's contributing here as well. You can look at this in terms of traffic or sessions, but you can also look at it in terms of new contacts or contact conversion rate. So you can really see which channels are actually the highest converting. Maybe you have lots of traffic coming from social media, but you can see that the channel that's converting the most traffic into new leads is actually organic search. You can also look here at topic clusters. So if you're going to spend time building up your pillar pages and developing your topic clusters for your SEO strategy, you can then look at which topic clusters are really working the best in terms of traffic, conversions, new contacts, new customers. So really important to, once you've actually built the pages, to use the traffic analytics tools and the tools that are there in HubSpot in terms of analysis and reporting to see where you can further optimize your website. We've seen how the HubSpot CMS has been designed for the needs of marketers, making it easy for them to work autonomously on HubSpot and manage their website and continuously update it. It's also very much designed around the needs of developers. With HubSpot CMS, developers get the flexibility they need. So within the design manager in HubSpot, developers will be able to build and manage all of the assets needed for their website. So they can either build their assets from scratch, or if they choose to take a theme from HubSpot, they can then come in here and customize it further so that it really suits the needs of their business. In HubSpot, we also have the option to create dynamic web pages. So these would be pages that are updated based off of CRM information or off of HubDB tables. So what is HubDB? We'll just have a look at that here. So in here we have a HubDB table for a product catalog. So we can imagine if you want to show a catalog on your website of all of your products, you can come in here, easily update it as needed, remove products, add new products, and that will automatically update your page. So what's really nice about a HubDB table is that it's a good way of aligning marketing and developers, because the developer can set up the page and design the dynamic page, and then marketers can easily come in here and update as needed to make sure that the content on the website is up to date. It's also allowing marketers to be that bit more autonomous and not have to always be going back to their developer and seeing when they'd next have a slot available to be able to help edit something on the website. So a product catalog is a good example of where you might want to use a HubDB table, but you also see it quite frequently for event registrations. So again, if we have an event coming up, once that event is passed, the marketer could come in here and just remove that so that their page with all of the events is up to date. So HubSpot have listened to customer feedback and brought out some functionalities which are really designed to give the developers the flexibility that they're looking for on a CMS. So one of these is local development. Before, developers were obliged to use HubSpot and HubSpot's tools for building and writing code. Now with local development, if developers have a preferred code editor, they can work from there, and that will be linked with HubSpot. Another big one is serverless functions. So serverless functions allow you to connect data points from different sources. So developers can write server-side code, which then interacts with HubSpot and other apps by API. So if we look at our product catalog demo here and how we could take it further with serverless functions, you can imagine maybe you don't just want to show your product catalog on your website, but you'd actually like to be able to monitor your stock levels in real time and update your product catalog based on that. So with serverless functions, we can connect to our external inventory app, look at what are our stock levels, and then pull that information back into HubSpot so that our dynamic web page reflects that information. Serverless functions are also very useful if you're looking to display or collect sensitive information or use any APIs which require authentication. We've looked at how HubSpot CMS offers a really good user experience for marketers. It offers flexibility for developers. One other team that's typically involved in website management and maintenance is your IT team. So IT teams are typically very concerned around security, speed, reliability, and basically making sure that your website is always up and running and well set up from a technical security point of view. So the nice thing about HubSpot CMS is that you're getting a lot of features that would typically require plugins in other CMSs as standard in the Hub CMS. And that's regardless of whether you're on Starter, Professional, or Enterprise. So you're always going to have firewalls, 24/7 security monitoring, SSL certificates as standard, and your IT teams will also have the control that they're looking for. So you'll be able to customize user permissions, you can customize your security settings, and you'll have like real-time performance to be able to monitor your website in HubSpot, track errors, and see maybe pages that need to be optimized. So HubSpot is really taking the headache away from IT teams with its CMS and saying, we'll look after a lot of the sort of website management piece, and we'll give IT teams the tools and visibility and control that they need to have peace of mind. The last thing I want to highlight on today's demo is how scalable the HubSpot CMS is. And I really think this is a very important point. You don't need to take an enterprise level CMS today if you don't need enterprise level features. So you can see, what do we need in our CMS today? What do our teams need? And choose the CMS that's right for you now. And you know that in a couple of years' time or in a year's time, depending how fast you grow, if you need additional domains, if you need to be able to partition your assets in the HubSpot CMS to allow for different teams in the system, you can then move on to enterprise when needed. So I think I'll leave it there. I hope this demo has been useful, and that whether you're in a marketing, IT, or development role, you can now better visualize the potential of the HubSpot CMS for your business. I would highly recommend, if you're thinking about getting onto the HubSpot CMS, get in touch with us. We'll dive a little bit more into your needs, and that way we can put together a more personalized demo of the CMS for you. So you can get in touch with us on agenceneil.com, send us a message, book a meeting. We'd be really happy to talk to you. Okay, thanks. See you soon.